Good morning, Rendani.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks. And how are you?
Good, good. You can see I'm already in Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
So I just I know it's been a rough couple past of weeks, month. And I understand most of you now are at least getting into office closure. Hoping that you will be able to catch up. So from our side, just to let you know, we will be closing off on the 18th, and we'll be back essentially around the second or the third before your prep exam. So just in terms of your planning, if you need any assistance from the team, just please contact them and ensure that everything is in good order. If there's anything that I can assist with, please drop me a note, and I'll just see if I can or any of the team members can help. But I just want to make sure that everybody has got everything that they will need before we close. Um, so I just wanted to put it out there. But in the first session for today, I'm sure you will have seen that we've got two sessions. We've got in the first one of our guests, Tobeka, who will just be talking to you. I know, I think sometimes, especially heading into the December holidays, the energy levels are not always at their best, and probably family wants to see you, family wants to catch up, and you also want to catch up on the studies. So it can tend to be a bit of a juggle. So we just thought maybe let's have someone in our final session just to really encourage and give you that push in the right direction. So she will be jumping in quite shortly. Then afterwards, I will then come back. I just want to talk about really the agenda for today, tomorrow, during the week, as well as part of the review sessions. So the people or the lecturers that will be talking to you are the people that are involved in the marking of your assessments. So as you will remember, we had said that this second phase is quite important in terms of just getting you exam prepared. So I'll just talk more about that after Towekas come in. So please engage, ask as many questions as you might have, and really tighten up that study technique or approach or timetable that you might have in the next couple of weeks. So I'll hand it over to her. Once again, morning, Taweka. Happy for you to take over from here.
Thank you, Rendani. Not sure if okay. Thank you, Rendani, and good morning to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm not a person of many words, so I don't think I'm going to take too much of your time. Yeah, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to share my screen, and yeah, I'm going to switch my camera off for the duration of the presentation. May you please let me know if you can see my screen. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to share a bit on my academic journey so far. I'm still on very much on the journey of being a CASA, like I believe everyone here. So I'm just going to share how it has been for me so far. And yeah, just to start with a little bit of background on myself. Um, so I was born and bred in Bloemfontein. I am one of three children. I'm the middle child. So yeah, I don't know if there are any middle children here. And I completed all my school years in Bloemfontein. My high school in Bloem, obviously, as well. I did commercial subjects. For me, CASA has always been the goal. So I didn't even think of doing anything else. I think that has always been something I imagined myself as. Um, and then moving on to my tertiary qualifications, I completed my studies at the University of the Free State. Um, did my undergraduate Bachelor of Accounting. Undergraduate for me went somewhat smoothly. I was even able to obtain my qualification with distinction. So that was a proud moment for me. Like it was affirming that, I'm on the right path, um, which was different during my honors because, yeah, I think honors rocked me a little bit, but I was also able to complete that in 2023. I then started my articles this year, so I'm still a newbie in the work world. Um, and I wrote my ITC first attempt in January. And I think that was when I had my first feeling of what failure could be, because I think I always use academic success to like validate me, and it was a weird feeling for me because I was coming along all right throughout varsity and everything, and now I had to deal with this thing that I have never had to deal with before. So it was kind of an awkward moment for me, especially because at work everyone had made it, and it was awkward. It was very, very awkward, but um otherwise life had to move on. I had to start preparing for my second attempt in June this year. Oh, sorry, I actually forgot to mention, if you have any questions, please do let me know. You can just raise your hands. But yeah, life had to move on, and I had to now start preparing for my second attempt in June. That was when I learned of the Endunamoo board course. I learned of the ITC Repeaters program. I was informed that SAICA would also be assisting in terms of the funds. So I was like, okay, that's a good opportunity. I'm going to be within a community of people who actually understand what I'm going through, especially because at work, like I didn't have a lot of those people. It was just about 2 or 3 of us who had to repeat. So then, yeah, I decided to join the Endunamoo board course, and yeah, I believe it worked perfectly for me because I was then able to pass my second attempt of ITC. Um, but in between finding out I failed and eventually passing, I had to deal with the working and studying, which is what I believe most of the people on this call are going through. I had to, yeah, that was quite a difficult one for me. Like, you know, client work can be quite demanding. Even I had to learn how to prioritize by communicating with my managers, letting them know that I cannot work overtime. But then sometimes it does not really work out. Um, yeah, but I made use of my family and friends as my support structure to help me, like, get through it day by day. Um, but towards the end, when I had to start now my study leave, I think it still felt like I had not put in a lot of studying, because if we're being honest, work can be a lot. Work can really, really be a lot. So it still felt like I was only about to start. That was about 3 weeks before my exam. So yeah, now I was rethinking my study techniques. Like, I'm scared to do the same mistakes again. Have I been studying correctly? I've always been the person who, prioritizes content and then moving towards the questions. But now I'm thinking, like, if I did that for my first attempt, would it work again with my second attempt? So, and also in between having to prepare for the Endunamoo classes. Okay, that was easier when I was on study leave, but then prior to that, there was just a lot going on. Like, I would think I was all over the place. Um, yeah, I was all over the place. But I think it was in one of the Endunamoo wellness sessions which I also attended for my ITC June exam, where then someone spoke to us and they told us about the importance of having to prioritize positive self talk, and they told us like to speak into existence the things that we want for ourselves. Like look at yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself that you have already obtained your IAC. Um, so yeah, now reflecting back to 2023, when I was studying for my first attempt. I think I can see that the main thing that was in my way was the negative self-talk. I think after my CTA, after celebrating the pass, immediately the following day after, I was already stressed about failing my ITC first attempt. I remember I went to one of my AT's offices and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So essentially, I had already told myself long before I had even started preparing, like long before the board courses even started, before I even received the material, before I even opened the books, like I'd already told myself, nah, I'm not going to be able to do this. So although I was shocked, like I shouldn't have been shocked because I had not believed in myself from the get-go. Um, which is what I'd also like to relate to everyone here, like to speak the things that you want for yourself in existence. And with regards to navigating studying during the festive season, communicating with the people around you, with your family, to respect your boundaries. If possible, maybe trying to go study. Like for me, I went to study at a local library just so that I can be away from all the noise, everyone celebrating the festive season. But I'd also like to emphasize the importance of being intentional about your rest days, because what I would do is I would sit in front of my books for maybe about 5-6 hours in a day. But like when I look back, I'd realize that I only like put in about 2 hours, So because I was not intentional about my rest days, I think by Jan I was I don't know, even more exhausted. I don't know, but yeah, prioritize your rest days as much as you prioritize your studying days, and communicate with your family members. That like what's going on in your life. I know some family members would be like wondering. I know in my family they think I'm a study freak, like I'm always studying. Like when I was studying in December, they would ask me like, how Tobeka, like get December, like aren't you gonna rest a bit? So I just try to block the noise and know what your goal is and just focus on that. Um, and another thing I would like to say is don't change too much of what you have been doing. Like sometimes it's just what I believe that what you would, how can I say this? I don't know how to say it, but like don't drastically change your study techniques. Especially if it's something that was working for you in your CTA. Like in my second attempt, I decided not to disregard my CTA notes, which is also a mistake that I made for my first attempt ITC. I wanted to restudy everything, which was a waste of time. So I made good use of my one-page summaries or summaries for my content. And yeah, but I also, with regards to the questions, when it comes to doing questions, I made sure to prioritize quality rather than quantity. So because I'm one person who likes being comfortable with content, I did not really have that much time for questions. So I'd make sure that whatever questions, whether it's 2 or 3 questions for a specific question, that for a specific topic, I made sure that I did it. I don't know, like no. By the time I'm done with that question, I know that I really understand the specific concept or topic. Like I didn't prioritize just pushing multiple questions just to get through all the questions, because I know it can also be overwhelming, like seeing all the different questions that the board course um, program has. But yeah, do what works for you. If you're someone who likes doing questions, do that. But if you know you're like me and you're someone who likes being comfortable with content, do that, and make sure that you never waste time when doing any question. Make sure that you do it to the best of your ability, and when you're done with that you know exactly what is going on there. And then for the last part, which is my reflection and advice, as I had said, setting boundaries um, with your families or friends, the people around you, people who won't be studying during festive, and just learning to understand that life doesn't always go as planned. Like as I said, for me, after finding out that I didn't make it for my first attempt, like it felt like my whole world was like flipped around because I used academic success to like validate me. So and just learning that life doesn't go as planned. And as I said again, continue doing what you've been doing if it has been working for you. Sometimes all you need to change is your mindset, like speaking the things that you want for yourself into existence. And I'm going to end with a quote from Henry Ford that says that whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. So I didn't think I can in my first attempt, and I was right. And I believe I can in my second attempt. And although things don't always go as planned, I was right this time, and I could do it, and I actually passed. And yeah, that is all from me. I hope I didn't speak too fast. I think I was a bit nervous, but yeah, thank you, Rindani. And then if there are any questions, let me know.
No, thank you so much, Tweka. So yeah, I think I'll open the floor to anyone who's here. Any question or any check-in? I think from my side, there are really some key takeaways, especially about boundaries. Yeah, I know. For me, it is something that every CA student should experience with regards to families wondering why you are just always studying. Why does your schooling never seems to come to an end, kind of. So that for me, it's a very, very important advice with regards to just managing your boundaries and just communicating clearly what the next couple of weeks will look like for you, when you will be available, when will you not be available, and how best to really get that time. And I think the other thing that was number one. Then number two, just even connecting with those that probably understand better. It does help because sometimes you might feel that, sure, I'm being a little bit too difficult on myself, or I'm being too difficult on my loved ones. But sometimes when you've got, say, other candidates studying for Gen IAC, it really makes quite a lot of a difference, because you understand what it really takes. Having other people that have walked through the journey, for me, that's another big takeaway. So I don't know if there's anyone here in the team that maybe just want to just share on that, or maybe ask for further clarity or guidance on that. Anyone? Are you there? Why are you quiet?
Hi, yes, we are here. I don't have any questions from my side. It's,
All
it's a
right.
very nice presentation. Thank you.
Okay. No, that's all good. That's all good. Yeah. So anything else that anyone wants to share before we then close the session and thank Tobeka for your time today.
No, no, nothing.
All right. Okay. All right. No. Then Tobeka, can then release you from myself and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for making time on this Saturday morning. I hope you will not be waking today and you are somewhat on a break. So as you're saying that December was a little bit busy, so hopefully they don't wake you until next week Friday. But yeah, no, thank you for taking time from work and from your loved ones to just come and talk to our candidates today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Danny. Well, I still might have to put in a bit of work today, but thank you.
Shame.
Thank you so
Shame.
much. And I'd like to wish all the candidates all the best. And yeah, just all the best, all the best, all the best with the studying and with the exam in Jan. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you so much. Mukaram, is that a hand?
Yes,
Oh.
Ridani, I'm loving the hat. You're looking great.
I'm already in the Christmas spirit.
So in a Christmas spirit, I feel like I'm going to be getting a present. My January pass.
The gifts that matter for you guys is the gift of marks, right? We need to give you
Yeah.
them. So yeah. All right. So thank you so much, Vanessa. You can cut it here before I jump in.